evening. Habeen wanaagsan. Assalamu alaikum. Well, actually, a lot of speech has been made, and I'm sure everybody is mentally tired, if not retarded at this moment. But I just want to say a few things. First of all, I'm not going to say thank you, because enough thank yous has been said today. But I just want to acknowledge, instead, I want to use as a metaphor the word welcome. And I want to use as a metaphor as basically our multiple identities. Because I want to say, first of all, welcome to our guests, especially our distinguished guests. And most importantly, as Minnesotans, I want to welcome you here. I want to also recognize the Deputy Ambassador, Mr. Timur Solomons, and Dr. Hodan, as well as Hassan, all those who came from out of state. But also I want to recognize you all as Americans, whether you are Somali American or whether you are Turkish American, because this is our country and this is where we live and this is where we need to participate and to be part of this great country of ours. I am one of the minority of Somalis here tonight because I'm one of those immigrants who came here before the Civil War and have lived in this country more than we lived in Somalia. So I just want to mainly recognize, and I want to say, all of you here tonight are philanthropists. The government of Turkey and the Turkish people have been philanthropists, but prior to them, the Somali community in Minnesota and in the diaspora has been philanthropists because they have been supporting Somalia for a long, long time. Somali's situation could have been worse without the Somalis in the diaspora. And also I want to say a few things about what I knew, the Somalia I knew, because I think most of the things you have heard is how terrible things are and how desperate we are. So I just want to share with you, Bill, I just want to score a point with the Hassans, who have mainly talked a little bit about, have done a few stanzas of some poems. So I just want to mainly tell my message through a poem. And it's about Somalia and Mogadishu when I knew. When I left over 2 decades ago, it was beautiful. I remember childhood in my city of Elder, drinking fresh milk and eating spice-baked dalo. Sweetened and soaked with a lot of love. Growing up in Waberi, Mogadishu. Dipping bajie with basbas. Eating unripe green mangoes, rubbed with salt and sprinkled with lime juice. Going to Lido Beach, looking the horizons, where the blue Indian Ocean and the sky meet. Watching the waves on the blue water, a moving light, disappearing and reborn at the same time. The buildings overlooking the beach, walking in downtown Mogadishu, from the ex-parliament to Shavelle, having mango ice cream in Jumbo Gelato, eating Friday picnic lunches at Jungle, touring the dams of the river that divides Afgoye, visiting orchards in Janale, enjoying the gorgeous gardens of Isnai, stopping at the Shabelle River in Johar, standing on the river bank, seeing the three shadows on the water, saluting a silicone-like shadow, sending a reflection of a tree back from the bottom. I want us all to actually pray for our brothers and sisters mainly in all over the world, particularly in Syria, because that is quite very, very troubling. And I hope that there isn't a war, especially as we care Turkey, and of course Turkey and Syria are neighbors, and that could have a tremendous impact in Turkey. So let's all pray for them. And I just want to say one more stanza about peace.
Peace. Salam.
Peace, oh peace, where are you? I long for peace and stability. I long for tranquility. I envision a disaster-free Somalia. I envision peaceful Somalia. I envision a cure for clanism. I envision united Somalis for peace. I envision peace and reconciliation. I envision peace and love. I envision environmental protection and sustainability. I envision total human rights. I envision a world without war, famine, and disaster. I envision a cure for HIV and AIDS. I envision a complete ecosystem. I envision peace in Somalia. I envision peace in the Horn of Africa. I envision peace around the Middle East. I envision peace around the world. I envision peace. I envision peace. I envision peace.
Thank you, Zainab Hassan, for helping us envision that peace and look forward to it. And then while we envision that peace, we all need, as you know, everywhere, we just prayed for Syria and anybody who's going through any problems right now, we need doctors. Doctors are the ones who wound the heels and then patch up the heels and deliver all the babies that anybody will ever want to have. And then, so I want to introduce the Somali American doctors and Dr. Muhammad Adan and Dr. Liban Hirad. And Dr. Liban Hirad studied he went through his medical profession and his studies in Turkey. So he speaks Turkish as well. So if you want to address us in Turkey for our guest today, that would be nice. And then Dr. Muhammad can touch on the Somali and the English part. Thank you so much.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. I prepared today almost 3 papers for my speech. But as everybody was talking, I was erasing one line. Another one will talk, I will erase another line. Only 2 lines remaining now. So I will just say 2 lines, few words, which is, Honorable the Deputy Ambassador, Turkish American Association members, Dr. Hodan, Honorable guests, all members of Somali community, it's my pleasure to welcome you here in Minneapolis, in the middle of Somali community. I would like, as my other brothers, just mention again and again and again, and we will never be tired to say thank you. Thank you to the President of Turkey, Abdullah Gül. Thank you to the Prime Minister, Mr. Erdogan. Thank you to the people of Turkey. And I will say simple words. Efedin teşekkür ederek, which is a word, thank you in Turkish. Thank you what you have done, and thank you what you intend to do. It's not simply because the Prime Minister went there, but it has a big meaning. Today, the Deputy Ambassador mentioned that there are a lot of questions raised when the Prime Minister of Turkey went to Somalia. They said, why? Why he went there? What is behind that? And we know the Europeans, all other people, they will never do or they will never go anywhere unless there is a behind something. We know our brothers, Turkish people, the leaders of Turkey, they went there to help Somalia. Tonight we are here to welcome our Turkish brothers, to let them know our feelings and expressions in behalf of Somali people. What you did there is not simply because you gave them a hope for future, to put the Somalis together, to stand to build their future. I have here my brother, Dr. Labaa. He studied in Turkey, and he fluently speaks Turkish. Tonight, he will share with us a couple words to let us know what he will share. Dr. Labaa, تفضل.
السلام عليكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. في Soomaali intaan ku hadlin waxaan rabaa inaan xoogaa af Turki aan la sheekayo. Our great friends, inshallah. So, okay. Okay. So, Liban, benim adım Liban. İzmir'de Eğitim Fakültesi'nde okumuştum. Daha sonra Eskişehir'e gittim ve Osman Gazi Tıp Fakültesi Enfeksiyon Hastalıkları'na gitmiştim. Okay. İzmir Tıp Fakültesi'ne gitmiştim. Daha sonra Eskişehir'de Osman Gazi Tıp Fakültesi Enfeksiyon Hastalıkları ihtisası yapmıştım. Daha sonra Amerika'ya geldim. 11 yıldır Amerika'dayım. Şimdi as they understanding. Come on. So, şimdi aile hekimliği yapıyorum Minnesota'da. Pek çok şey demeyeceğim çünkü her şey denmişti. Abdullah Gül, Tayyip Erdoğan, Ahmet Davutoğlu, herkesin efendim teşekkürlerimizi sunarız. Teşekkür ederiz. Çok şeyler yapıldı. Çok şeyler yapılacak. Biliyorum. Tayyip Erdoğan'ın yaptığı şuydu ve Abdullah Gül'ün yaptığı şuydu. Benim anladığım kadarıyla Türkiye'de yaşıyorken Türkiye yeni şey bulmadı. Türkiye altın bulmadı. Türkiye gaz falan bulmadı. Türkiye aynı Türkiye. Türkiye'nin ekonomisi hatırlıyorum 250-300 milyon dolardı yılda. Şimdi 1 trilyona yaklaşıyor. 900-950 milyar dolar. Ve Türkiye yeni bir şey bulmadı. Bu sadece Türkiye'nin potansiyelini hatırlattı. That's all they did. Türkiye'nin potansiyelini hatırlattı. Ve Türkiye'yi açtı. Türkiye dünyaya gidiyor, her yere gidiyor. Afrika'ya gidiyor, her yere gidiyor. Okullar açılıyor. Dolayısıyla Somali'nin istediği şu, Somali'nin potansiyelini hatırlatacak bir kişi. Ve again, Tayyip Erdoğan oldu, onu yapan. Çok teşekkür ederiz. All of a sudden birbirimizi hatırladık. Ne yapabileceğimizi biliyoruz now. So sağ ol. Ve yapacağız. yapacağız. Sizlerle yapacağız. El ele yapacağız inşallah. Sağ olun, var olun. Welcome. Thank you.
السلام عليكم وقتكم هذا ير وحان ربا هادنا إنان وحير دقدسيو معمدا very activities شغفي عنك قبته مارتي وريلي مريم علي قاس فضلا قالي عنب علي قاس فضلا ايه دكاله هالكلمه وعن كلو يري اسنا دلمر انه هالكان مارسنا وهل دق ميش waxa ka dhoo kumaas دلمر فضلا
السلام عليكم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم waxaa mahadle ilaahay weyn oo halkaas ku keenay qayrna allaha siiyo intii ka soo shaqeysay arrimaha kan hadalkiina wuu dhamaaday ba wax aniga aan hadda sheegayo ma ay jiraan oo waa la wada hadlay waxaan leeyahay Turkiga oo mahad celinayna ilaahayna qayr ha siiyo waxa ay noo qabteen iyo waxa ay noo tareen iyo waxa ay noo qaban doonaanba waa wax ilaahay ma aragtay xugmay weeye ayagana qayr badan Allah ha siiyo mana garan karna de waxa uga abaal gudi doono ma garan karna insha Allah se dad baan nahayo waa suurtooda mar inaan ma aragtay inaa u turjuntaan oo had u sheegtiina waan jeclaan lahaa bal waxa aan ku iraahdo inaad ma aragtay inta ka bacdi waxa weeye dadka Soomaaliyeed bay u taalaa hadda dad islaameed haddaan u mahadnaqno niraahno maalin walba dadkaas wax noo qabtay waxba weyn oo noo taraysa ma jirto dadka Soomaaliyeeduna waa u jeedaan adinka idintaan hawshiin iyo arrimihiinu inaad ma aragtay arrimihiina qabsataan sax bay nagu tahay Turkiga waxaad u sheegtaa ninka ku xigeenka ah wadan qaniyahan annagu leenahay waxa aad noo qabataan waxaanu jecelnahay wax wanaagsan oo waxna tara inaad noo qabataan insha Allah bil kariim sida muxuu ahayd meelaha ma aragtay ama dekadaha u baahan ama webiyaasha leh oo in wax soo saar webiyaasha waxyaalaha nalka oo kale iyo waxa la mid ah noo qabto waxna tara insha Allah inaad noo qabataan oo intaas inta aanu kobcayno oo wax noqonayno insha Allah inaad wax noo qabataan aad noona badisaan oo gobolada aad ka badisaan hadda inta aad tagtaan gobollo badan oo bad iyo webi midna lahayn ama aysan ka shaqaynin oo waxba haysan baa jira iskuulo aan lahayn baa jira waxtar aan haysan baa jira ceelal aan lahayn baa jira inaad ayagana gaartaan insha Allah baan jecelnahay oo gobolada aad ku fidaan insha Allah wax qabadkiisa aad noo gaarsiisaan assalaamu calaykum wa rahmatullaahi wa barakaatuh
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was one of the schedulers for today, but luckily it was not happen. But I will make sure because a lot of people has big and started. Anyway, my speech today, which I prepared, was a business people, and there is a Somali saying which says that if someone did something nice for you and you cannot pay it back, at least the things that you can do is to spread the good deed that person done for you. And we are here today, this morning, up to now, to spread the good deed that the Turkish people has done for us. It was a historical visit that the Prime Minister, Mr. Tayyip, made in Somalia. That visit raises the voiceless people of Somalia. That visit made a hope for non-starving people in Somalia. That visit changed the attention of the world. And that visit made in Somalia a reborn again. And thank you so much. As we are all aware of it, every star rises and falls. Somalia, once used to be a World Trade Center. In 7 centuries, as you all know, Somalia used to be a goods of exchange. When primitive society, the Chinese, the Indians, the Arabians, the Africans used to come to Somalia and exchange of goods. And we reborn that commerce, that business, and is in our culture and in our blood. So in that case, since we are business people, since the business is in our culture, we would like to take initiative for that. And also, example, in Somalia, 20 years, there was civil war going on, but only the things driving the country was the business people, the commerce people. As well as, I'll make sure. As well as today, as a business owner and a business people, I would like also to connect the ties and the, gratitude that the business advantage, we take advantage for the business people and to have relationship as a business person, Turkish and also Somali. And that's one of the factors that we're also looking for. Thank you so much, and I know you're tired, but thank you so much, all of you guys.
Thank you so much, Dalmar and Hashi, for that. And then I just want to call on stage, since this is Somali-American, Turkish-American friendship, I can't think of two better friends than Hassan Warsame, a Somali-American, and Gunay Ivanish, a Turkish-American, who will want to welcome you guys to the stage to just touch on the future friendships and then the long forever going friendship we're going to develop together. Thank you.
We were asked to have short speakers. So both of us, we think, are short enough. And, right? We're short enough, okay.
We also haven't decided who is the younger brother.
So, what happened today really is based on a friendship that was sparked between Hassan and me about a year ago. And that was the ripple effect I talked about earlier today, the ripple effect from the tear of joy that was created when Turkey went to Somalia. And today, Zeynep Hanım, Hanım means lady in Turkish, Zeynep Hanım talked about peace. And I think the most important Turkish word for peace was articulated by the first president of Turkey, who said, peace at home, peace in the world. And you may know him, he's Atatürk. That was what he said after World War I and after the creation of the Turkish Republic. We, at ATA, the Assembly of Turkish American Associations, believe in these universal principles, and we will be in complete support of the Somali American community in reaching those goals for themselves here, and in support of Turkey and U.S. foreign policy to make sure Somalia grows to be a strong country in the South African region.
Thank you, Gunay. I just want to say a couple of words about my friend, my brother, Gunay. He's really, truly responsible for the beginning of the relationship between Somali American communities as well as Turkish American community. He's a well-respected, very active member of Turkish Americans in the U.S. He's a well-established lawyer in Washington, D.C. area. He's an activist, he's a friend, and he really, really do understand and love Somalia and is committed to that. So I want to say thank you. Please give him a hand. I'm not gonna say much. We had two successful events, one event in Virginia a few months ago. That was the first event. This is the second, actually the third event. There's an event that just took place in New York between the Somali Americans and Turkish Americans, and this is the third one. But by large, it's the largest one by so far, definitely. And I will say it's a well-done event, and many thanks to those people who have arranged the Somali Action Alliance and others who have been involved. And lastly, there is a lot of energy, a lot of ideas. I think the next step is to look into how we can formalize and structure all those energy and goodwill and see what the two communities can do right here in the U.S. This is our home, foremost. There are a lot of things that we can do. There is a lot of need each community have its own needs, more so probably the Somali community. So that's one. And second, how the two communities can influence and shape and contribute to Somalia. In particular, the new engagement by the Turkish government and people, what kind of a positive effect and impact we could have on that. So in the future, probably we definitely need to think about that and see what kind of formal structure that we can come up with, so that we don't just forget about it and a year later we come together again and have an event. That's all I want to say. Thank you again.
And then I just wanted to just say that we're coming to the end of the night, and then I'm going to introduce my brother Ahmade Guray from San Diego, California, who does speak Turkish as well. And I love the sound of Turkish, so please, you can address us in Turkey and then introduce the ambassador for us, and we'll close out the night. Thank you.
İyi akşamlar. Happy wanaagsan. First, I'm proud to be an American, but tonight I'm going to speak in Turkish. Okay. En tehlikeli zamanda şehir ve memleketimizde tüm dünya bize unuttu. Dediler ki Mogadishu gitmeyin. Mogadishu çok tehlikeli. Ama siz hayır dediniz. Hayır tekrar dediniz. Yeter dediniz. Bu millet 20 senede kimse yardım edemiyor. 20 senede yemek, yiyecek, sağlık hiçbir şey yok. Yeter dediniz. Başbakan Erdoğan Bey ziyaretinden sonra bütün dünyada Somali'den dikkatini çekti. Tüm dünyada. Sayın Elcemiz söylemez. Bugün dediğiniz gibi biz yeni başlıyoruz dediniz. Yeni başlıyoruz. Daha neler var, ne gelecek? Bu yüzden bir yere gitmiyoruz dediniz. Teşekkürler. Somali ayağı kalkana kadar bir yere girmiyoruz dediniz. Yine başlıyoruz. Bu yüzden kesinlikle ileride bir sürü Somali umutları var. Ve bu potansiyel Somali millet içinde olduğu için Türklerde herkese gönülden teşekkür ediyoruz. Ve size güveniyoruz. İnşallah ileride her şey yolunda olacak. Çok teşekkürler. Waa soo gaabinaya keliya af Soomaali ahaan waxaan u sheegay markii adduunka dhan uu naga tegey la yiri xamar iyo Soomaaliya waa meesha ugu tahlika badan waa meel la isku dila aan la tegi karin Turkiyiinta waxay dhaheen maya waa lagu celiyay maya dhaheen annaga tegeen waxay kaloo aan weydiinay maanta suu u hadlay ambassadorka Mr. Solimas wuxuu yiri qof walba waxaan dhahay aad buu kugu mahad celinaya waxaad u qabateen ummadda Soomaaliyeed dawladda Başbakan Erdoğan Başkan Gül Davutoğlu herkes American community to American Turkish community as well wuxuu yiri mataqaana hadda ma bilaabnay Soomaaliya wax weyn ma qaban annaga onu şey dedim yine başlıyoruz tekrar soruyorum. Bu sizin dediğiniz gibi yani yine başlıyoruz hadalkana ma bidanayo waxa weeyaan qof walba hadlay caawa waxaan kale ugu mahad celinaa meeshan xaanshi iyo groupkiisa iyo staffkiisa mediaha qof walba wax ka sameeyay iyo waxaan kale ku soo gabagabeyn lahaa humanitarian missionska Soomaaliya laga hayo ama ha Turkiga ama dawladaha kale laakiin waxa jira ururo badan oo aan maaragtay appreciation mudan sida IRC-da ARC-da HARO Humanitarian African Relief Agency International Rescue Committee 2 American Refugee Committee waxa weeyaan waxyaalaha la soo koobi karin ay wadanka ka qabteen ayagana waxa weeyaan inaan hal mar u saabino noloshooda wax walba geliyeen Yine başlıyoruz. Buyurun Sayın Efendi. Hatta waxaan ku soo dhaweynayaa Deputy Ambassador Sulayman.
Thank you very much. Thank you, really. Well, first of all, let me say, wow, what a day. It's been really amazing, I have to say. The bad news for you is that I called my wife and I've decided to stay. So we'll have to keep doing this every day. No, but on a more serious note, I plan to speak for about 25 minutes, so the coffee is ready. I won't speak for long. What I will say is this. It really has been a wonderful day. It has been a very special and, for me personally, an unforgettable day. Because today you have really shown warmth and friendship and fraternity. And most of all, the gratitude that the Somali American community has for Turkey and what Turkey has done. Please be sure that I will, to the best of my ability, and I hope I can really do it justice, convey this message back to Turkey, back to our government, back to our people, so that they know this strong sense of appreciation that exists here. And that they understand that everything that they have done in different ways is watched and seen and very much appreciated. I thought to myself, a lot of things have been said and a lot of strong words have been used. I think great ideas have been voiced. So I thought to myself, what could I add? And I honestly thought to myself, if my Prime Minister, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, was here, what would be his message to you? And I think his message would be something along these lines. And to explain that, I want to take you back to September of 2011. After he went to Mogadishu with his family, with all his ministers, etc., he came to New York, to the UN General Assembly, to address all the leaders of the world, basically, like they do every year. And what we do as diplomats is we prepare a speech for the Prime Minister. And, it's basically a long laundry list, if you will, of all the issues that are important for Turkey. Somalia was, of course, in there, as was a lot of other issues, Palestine, Syria, global warming, economic recovery, a lot of issues were in there. It was a long speech. We put it in front of him. He took to the stage. And, as all professionals, when you prepare something, you think, that this is what will be delivered. So we all sat down to watch his speech, and he took the paper and he put it to one side. And for 20-25 minutes, he spoke about Somalia. And he did this because he wanted to, in a sense, lay down the gauntlet. He wanted to challenge the international community. He wanted to ask them where they had been, ask them where they are while this crisis is unfolding in front of their eyes, and essentially to shake them, shake some sense into them. I think in that regard, he is successful. He has been successful. We, for our part, will continue to play a leadership role to the best of our abilities. We will try to bring all our friends and allies, whether in Europe, North America, in the Arab world, in the Far East, among the Islamic countries, to bring them along within all of these processes that we're working on, whether it's political reconciliation, whether it's security sector reform, whether it's fighting terrorism, fighting piracy, addressing poverty alleviation, food security, and all of those issues in Somalia, we will not only work ourselves, but we will try to bring others on board. In fact, and this is what we are doing already. I was at the State Department this past Friday before I took the plane out here to talk about Somalia. And there, we have a very, very close relationship with the United States of America. We're friends, partners, and allies. And there we see eye to eye on how to move forward and bring together our comparative advantages. So this process will continue. But I think at the same time, what probably my Prime Minister would want to say to you is this. Today was wonderful. Today was really fantastic, and like I said, for me personally, something, a memory that I will always cherish in the name of my country as well. But tomorrow is more important, and the day after is even more important, because coming together and talking about these issues and feeling a sense of community and feeling a sense of excitement is great. But doing the hard work, that's hard, that's boring. And it's everyday work that you all need to do, that people in Somalia need to do, hand in hand, to make progress for Somalia, for the Somalian people. Because ultimately, you have to ensure a transition. You have to bring together a security structure. You have to ensure economic sustainability. You have to write a constitution. You have to create a framework within which all the different diversities in your country can come together and inside that structure fight over their differences, have their discussions for hours, for days, and come to very hard concessions. That's the hard work, and that takes time. So the message that I would like to leave you with is we appreciate the gratitude, we appreciate all of the thank yous, and you are absolutely very welcome. But from now on, every time you want to thank us, every time you think of your gratitude to us or anybody else, translate that into the hard work that you all have to do to go forward. Thank you.
I want to call on Jibril Saeed to help us present something to the ambassador, and also Ibrahim later, if you can come up and then help us present this in the whole. Yes, and then while we're all standing, I want to take this moment to help me thank all the volunteers that put efforts in both events today. All my volunteers, if you guys can stand up and come up over here too, that would be very lovely. And our security, Mr. Khalid, if you guys can come up here also. And then Jibril.
haddayna wada qaado
adinkoo raalli ah insha allah please haddaan codkeena yarayno waa momentigii ugu dambeeyay caawa dhan waan samraynay fadlan aan samirno halka daqiiqo soo socdo insha allah oo xaflad adinka aad bixiseen ka magaciina ahaan aan guddoonsinayno maaha aniga maaha organisation aniga aan leeyahay ama liid gareynayo waxaan u sameeyay xafladan adinka guusheedana adinka qaadanaysa oo la socda marka insha allah minutekaas aan dul qaadano insha allah anagoo aamusnaan ku dhamaysano aan guddoonsinayna hadiyad yar oo aan ballaareen oo magaciina ku bixi doonto insha allah jibril
waan aqrinayaa af ingiriis bay ku qoran tahay Minnesota Somali American Appreciation Day in honor of the Turkish Republic, the Turkish people, and the Turkish Americans for their global leadership and support to Somalia. Thank you.
waxaan rabaa insha allah 1 minute inaan ku raacsho waxaa ku qoran waa kulley waa la sheegay af Soomaali ahaan hadii la idinku turjumana kuliyo shaabsanaan was to say for Somalia on this one, please.
aduu xule jaaliyadda Soomaaliyeed ee Minnesota oo Mareykanka ah waxay u mahad celinayaan oo maanta oo ah maalinta mahadnaqa dalka Turkiga iyo dadka Turkiga iyo dawladda Turkiga ba intaba inaanu haddaanuna Soomaalida Mareykanka inaanu ugu mahadnaqayno taageeradan ayna siiyeen iyo wada shaqayn fiican inaan sii wadno marka fariintu saas ay leedahay af Soomaaliya